We're gonna games the business. Punch schools with a quickness. We're gonna games the business. Punch schools with a quickness. We're in a castle and it's late at night. Better be ready for a super dreadful fright. Never go alone, cause the fear is real. Better be afraid if you break the seal. You can stay out of the way, cause monsters starting to slay tonight. You won't get out of this room until you're down in a tune, cause bad things are coming. We're gonna games the business. Punch schools with a quickness. We're gonna games the business. Punch schools with a quickness. We're gonna games the business. Punch schools with a quickness. We're gonna games the business. Punch schools with a quickness.
No matter what you should do, your curse is to always lose. No matter how hard you play, no matter how hard you pray, you will always be defeated.
Punch schools with a quickness.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? I am alive. I don't know if y'all have been following along with what's been happening to Good, but I feel like I can't even feel bad in comparison to the fucking shitstorm that's been falling on his fucking head. It's insane. It's an insane amount of things. Cone called him on stream? Well, the short list, and I'm not sure I even remember everything, but something happened to his car. Oh, was this new damage, or is this the damage from... Because I know he had that, like, the damage on his back bumper or something. I don't know if something new happened, but he had like a $3,200 estimate to get his car. Oh, his car broke down, actually. Yeah, right. So it broke down. $3,200 to get it fixed. He went to get a COVID test, and then on the way back, he became super dizzy and he couldn't drive. And then he was severely sick, like throwing up and shitting. So basically, like, super food poisoning. And then apparently his daughter used the other bathroom because he was using her bathroom to throw up. And she clogged the toilet, and then it was just flooding for hours. So the house is flooded. That's a lot of shit for one fucking day. And that's, I don't think, the full list. I don't think I got everything. I think there's more shit. So the pod was supposed to have all this stuff. Basically, it was like, if you don't know what a pod is, it's one of those fucking things that's like a shipping container that you can use for moving. So you load it up, and then the pod company picks it up, and they'll ship it across the country or whatever. And whoever did it was, like, whoever received it on his end was just a huge dumbass, and it was just sitting for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. It was there, but they just didn't deliver it. When he would call and ask about it, they didn't tell him that it was there. So, yeah. I mean, today's like the shit cherry on top of a giant shit cake. So now, I mean, based off of this, he's thinking about actually going and dropping the shit off and then going back the fuck home because the flood damage might be so bad that it's actually like damaging to his house. I think he was supposed to like legitimately head over there tomorrow. But like between this and food poisoning and everything else, like who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Yeah, for real, beer. Absolutely. Hey, Dilbert, thank you for 90 months. Sapphire, thank you for 26 months. As for myself, so I quit the stream early last night because I suddenly was feeling extremely unwell. Ended up going to the ER because this has been going on now for over a week and a half. So went to the ER, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's this, you know, it was not terribly different from the telemed in the respect of that it's just a vague thing without like much more specific testing and extensive testing. They don't really know, you know, and I don't have any other indicators of something very bad, right? Like blood or like a solid mass, you know. But the benefit of going to the ER was that they did do blood work, and so they were able to eliminate a lot of things that would be bad, like no kidney problems, no liver problem, no breathing problems. Apparently I have like 97% oxygen saturation. One weird thing was that my blood pressure is pretty high while I was there. Nakomi picked up a blood pressure device today, and I tried that out a little while ago, and it was lower than when I was at the ER, but still not in a great range. So that's a little concerning to me. Well, right. Well, see, that's why I got a device and tested it again, because it was like, well, if it was just the stress or whatever of being in the ER, yeah. If y'all were the cause of it all, I mean, we're 8 years in here. It would have come up a bit sooner, I feel. What is this white coat syndrome or lab coat syndrome? What are my symptoms, huh? Oh, just high blood pressure in front of a doctor. I see. That is a problem. So the breakdown of what's been going on is I started having like stomach aches about a week and a half ago. Just pretty regular stomach aches. Particularly what was happening, the way it started was I would be fine all throughout the day, and then I would wake up at 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning with my stomach feeling awful and feeling like I'm going to be sick, at one end or the other. Maybe have some chills. And then, I would drink a lot of water and I'd hover around the bathroom, and then eventually it would pass, and then I'd go back to sleep or just stay up or whatever. And so this is how it started. And I had this, I would get this occasionally sometimes, but in the past week and a half, I started having it like almost every morning. So it was getting to the point where I was starting to like lose sleep. And then a couple of nights ago, like 2 or 3 nights ago, for 2 nights in a row, right before bed, I had something that was much more, it felt a lot more like gastroenteritis or stomach flu. Well, like occasionally, meaning like very occasionally and sporadically. So chronic, I don't know. I would say that it's probably very possible that I have GERD. I once went to the ER because I had insane, persistent chest pain. And it turned out to be just acid reflux. And they gave me some kind of minty something. It tasted like a melted mint shake, but it was probably like, I don't know, Imodium AD or something like that. But I drank that down, and it just instantly, like I could feel it fixing. You know what I mean? Like as it went down, it was just like relief. Well, they did my blood work last night, and all of my levels for everything were fine. It doesn't appear that I have diabetes or anything like that, or if I had any indication of like early, like pre-diabetes or anything like that, they didn't say so. The only things that were flagged as abnormal were my blood pressure and 2 things that I don't remember the names of, but one was high and one was low, and they both are possible indicators of stress or infection because they have to do with your immune system. Well, to determine whether there's an ulcer is a totally different thing. That requires Cobot. Kithron, thank you for 73 months. I would imagine that detecting ulcers is probably a whole different process. I don't know if it's... Has anybody had a stomach ulcer and knows what the process is? They didn't do any invasive examination. I did get an IV, and I got a shot. They gave me, like, anti-nausea, anti-acid, and anti-IBS stuff, like the heavy-duty stuff, which did feel pretty good. Well, no, because I actually haven't lost much fluid. I only had one episode of significant diarrhea, and that was last night. The other few times that I actually had anything was just a little bit of diarrhea. Like, very little. No vomiting. I've maintained the streak. I don't know how long it's been now. I think it's going on 15 years. Sorry, BFA. Yeah, if you ever have anything like that going on, you gotta get like Pedialyte or something, and you need to be fucking just drinking. Or water at least. I actually, whenever I feel like this, I just start drinking a lot of water anyway. Even if I haven't lost any. So, yeah. And it's something about the end of the day. Like, I'll be real with you, I don't know if I'm going to make it through the stream again. I definitely feel a bit funky. Right now I feel like kind of sour stomach, like acid-wise. And like slightly bloated. And I just... Well, I don't understand why it's always the end of the day. I'm fine all day. Maybe it's because... I mean, this is weird, but one thing I started thinking is I talk a lot during the stream. That's the only difference, really, from the rest of the day. Well, I took it relatively easy today, so in terms of what I've had to eat. Because yesterday I actually had breakfast. So I had eggs over medium, toast with butter, and some hash browns that Nakomi made. It was great. And that was in the... I guess that would have been around lunchtime. And I don't remember what else I had to eat, but that was the most... like... extreme food I definitely would have had that day. And I feel like that's pretty mild. And I was fine all day until during the stream. And then... And I think I had some other stuff, but it would have been like crackers or something. It wasn't much. And water. I haven't been drinking anything but water. I think I maybe had a half a cup of milk yesterday. But today, all I've had is... I had dry toast. That's how I kicked off my day. Dry toast. And then... crackers. I had, well, saltines. And Nakomi made me a bowl of rice. Just plain white rice. Which I just had like an hour and a half ago. So If the stomach aches, is it more like nausea and just generally feeling unwell, or does it feel like a squeezing sensation, like you have to go to the bathroom immediately? More the first bit. Although during the stream yesterday, that was a I have to go immediately. And that's the only time in the past week and a half that I've had to go immediately. Which was why I was like, BRB, and then just ran away. Filtered tap water. I've definitely had very little gluten. I think there was a day or two in here where I probably had next to no gluten. But I don't think I have celiac disease or gluten allergy. Yeah. It could be H. pylori. I would hope not, but my whole GI situation seems to be in random chaos. I'm just going through all kinds of different things in microcosms. All I can say right now is I'm just desperate to get back to normal. It's been going on long enough that it's at that point now where the distance between what normal used to be and what my day-to-day now is, where it feels so far away. Almost like I could forget what it's like to not feel like this, since this has become my new routine. Well, so I did try having some ginger ale. I had a really bad acid reaction to it. SIBO? Don't know what that is. It was fresh. Fresh ginger ale. Ugh, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth? Yeesh. That sounds awful. Jeez. I'm not having like I wouldn't describe my pain as crazy, but my acid is definitely crazy. Maybe I've got something like that. God, maybe that sounds so much like what's going on with me. Pain in the stomach. Yep, bloating, cramps. Constipation, no. Regular feeling of fullness. I don't know. Well, the ER doctor recommended... So he kept asking, like, do you have a family doctor? We do not yet. But we do have insurance now, and it's on our agenda to find one. And he recommended that I see a GI specialist. And he recommended one. So that's probably where I would most likely get an answer. And unfortunately, it's probably going to involve pretty unpleasant stuff. Like a colonoscopy is probably in my future. Yeah. It wasn't so bad. Everything I've heard about it is that it's extremely painful. You know, I don't know what happened insurance-wise last night. Although, admittedly, I didn't look super closely at what the fuck went down. But I gave them my insurance. And then I looked at the bill today. And apparently it costs like a little bit over $500 altogether for the visit. But they gave me a patient paying out of pocket discount of like $400 or something. So the actual bill was like $108. And I'm just like, why didn't my insurance work for this? I mean, maybe it's out of network, but I feel like even out of network, I just don't know. No, it's totally fine. No, not 180. 108. Yeah, it felt pretty cheap for a ER visit. Right on, Syria. Hell yeah, I want to see what the inside of my ass looks like. I mean, to be fair, it was a pretty light ER visit. Like, I only went to the ER because there was nowhere else to go. There was no urgent care open. So I didn't have a choice but to go to ER if I wanted any sort of immediacy in getting looked at. Possibly. I will say, like, urgent cares, I don't know if they would have done a blood test that quick. Like, that's probably one of the more pleasant ER visits I think I've ever had. Because they took my blood and then they gave me some medicine which made me feel pretty significantly better pretty quickly. And then after they left, they're like, it'll probably be 45 minutes. I passed out. And the next thing I knew, she was immediately back. Like, here's the scoop. So that couldn't have worked out better. It reminded me of when I was a kid. I had surgery to get my adenoids removed, which is it's a part of your sinus system. You see exactly what that is. Sinus, adenoids. They are lymph nodes located in the throat behind the nose. Infected adenoids can cause other health problems, including middle ear infections, sinusitis, difficulty breathing, especially at night. Infected adenoids are rarely treated by themselves. So I guess that's another one of those things that you don't super need and they just get rid of, like tonsils or some other shit. So I got mine removed when I was a kid, and that's the only time I had like major surgery. And they put me out, and I was told, I think by my mom or somebody, like, oh, they'll tell you something to dream about, and then you'll have the most like lucid, amazing dream you've ever had in your life. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to this. They didn't tell me anything other than 10, 9, 8. So I went like 10, 9, 8, and then I was out. I had no dream or anything. It was lost time. I said 8, and then I was awake, and I couldn't swallow, and I started freaking out. I thought I couldn't breathe at first, so I was like, I can't breathe. And there's a nurse there like, you're talking, you're breathing. Because they had cut my throat open and took my adenoids out and then sewed me back up and then put me in a bed. So for me, I just instantly woke up and had no fucking idea what was happening. No one told me that was going to happen. I didn't have any warning. It was pretty terrifying. I think that was also the thing that made me a bit of a hypochondriac, because there was this whole thing of like, I wasn't allowed to have any drinks that are red or anything like that, blah blah blah, because they had done surgery on my throat. So if like the stitching up or whatever failed, if it opened up at all, and I would start bleeding into my stomach possibly or something like that, so then I might throw up blood or something. And for me at that time, I was like, this all sounds fucking horrifying. And then it just made me into a hypochondriac. I just couldn't stop thinking about that shit. That's wild, Zuria. Yeah, well, especially I think anything that gets established when you're a child gets really deeply ingrained, right? I did have another surgery that I had forgotten about, actually. I had a growth on one of my lower eyelids. When I was like a teenager. And it was just weird. It's weird to think about it now, because I haven't had it for so long. But it was just this little growth that was steadily growing. And once it got to be about like kidney bean sized, that's when we looked into having something done about it. And I had one of those kind of like outpatient surgery things. Yeah, it is. It's pretty big. And that was like, they didn't put me out for that. That was just like, we are operating on your face with local anesthetic to remove the shit that is right next to your eye. Bones Malone, thank you for 13 months. BFA, did I thank you for 84 months? I don't remember. It's been 20 fucking minutes. Maybe I did. And that was, that was obviously less than fun. And then there's also the thing of like waiting to hear back if it's cancer or something like that. Yeah, basically they had my eye like forced open, and then they were just injecting local anesthetic directly into the area where the growth was. And then I had to, keep telling them, I'm feeling it now. I feel it now. The thing that's happening is a thing that I can feel. Oddly enough, I'm not that bothered about needles. I do get woozy at the sight of blood, though. Anyway, here's Transient. Yeah. So anyway, they were taking my blood. Like, I don't have too much of a problem with like things that definitely bother other people. Like, I have no problem with dental work. And maybe I've just been lucky, but I feel like I would have had to have been extremely lucky, because I fucked my teeth up pretty bad when I was in university, just drinking so much soda. Stupid, ridiculous amounts of soda. So I've had to have a pretty significant amount of dental work done. And I've really had my teeth beat on by dentists, and I've had, needles shoved in my gums, and I've had drill work done, and all the everything you can think of. And I've never been terribly bothered by it. I won't say like, it's not like I'm having fun. I'm not Bill Murray in Little Shop of Horrors. But yeah, that stuff doesn't super bother me. I always forget like what the pain level is for getting needled as well. Like last night when they did the IV, I was expecting that to hurt way more than it did. But actually, I barely felt it. But then I had to look away when she started filling the blood vials, because that was going to make me woozy. And then one of the medicines that they gave me last night, that was an injection. They did that in my left shoulder. And oh my God. The stab was fine. But it was one of those ones, she literally was like, yeah, so this is a lot of medicine for that particular muscle, so that's why that hurt a lot. So it was actually the injection itself that hurt, not the insertion of the needle. I do have some veneers. What I really would like to do, I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford it, but I think I'd like to get like a all-on-4, as it's called, basically just declare bankruptcy on my teeth. If you don't know what that is, they take all your teeth out. And then they install posts that are mounted to your jaw, top and bottom. And then you get essentially permanent dentures, which doesn't sound great, but it seems quite good. Because they don't have a lot of the disadvantages of dentures, where you lose bone mass, and that's what causes that sunken face thing. I mean, arguably, yeah, you could have crazy teeth if you wanted. I don't think anybody makes crazy teeth. Well, maybe they do. I don't know, but yeah, for my money, it just I mean, it's extremely expensive to do, but technology-wise and benefits-wise, it almost feels to me like, with as fucked up as human teeth are, it almost seems like it should be standard issue for everybody. Like you turn 18, and then rather than the ceremony of having your wisdom teeth removed that most people go through, we just have the ceremony of having all your teeth removed and replaced with perfect, straight, permanent, installed teeth that don't have the problems of natural teeth. Ta-da! Done. Yeah. I think the actual range, because there's low-end options that are similar, and then there's some of them go all the way to 50K from what I've seen. But yeah, you don't have to go that far. Like, you can get there with other methods that are closer to like 5 to 10K. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough mostly because for whatever reason we all decided as a society, and I don't know if this is for the entire world as well, maybe it is the whole world. We decided that teeth aren't part of your body, I guess. They're not considered under the umbrella of healthcare. I fucking don't get that. And I'm never going to get that. Ever. I don't get it. The insurance for dentistry fucking sucks. It's only good if genetically you have, like, you're genetically predisposed to having really good quality teeth, and you took perfect care of your teeth. And even if you take perfect care of your teeth, by the way, you still end up getting cavities and having problems eventually. But if you're outside of that norm at all, you're fucked. You're fucked. Because insurance just doesn't acknowledge that could ever be possible. At least on the dental insurance side of things. The amount that they, that they cover is nothing annually. Meanwhile, dentistry is insanely expensive if you need more than just like a cleaning or a cavity or, getting something filled. Like, ugh. Yeah, I mean, it adds up pretty fucking quick when, like, a single cap costs anywhere from like $800 to $1,200. Yeah. They've got it all set up to where it's as close to fucking pointless as it could be, dental insurance. Sorry. Sorry. I always do this. I need to grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. Then I think we'll dive into the game. I still have a sort of acidy, sour feeling, and a bit of a fullness feeling. So the water was not far away. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess disclaimer: things could take a turn again. Seems to generally keep happening around this time of every night. So we'll see how it goes. Just hoping for the best here. I actually haven't started my big meds that they gave me yet because it's a pretty set regimen. Not super strict, but like the acid one, which I think is probably going to be the most key one for me, is like take one before breakfast once a day. And I thought, well, I could do that any old time. But then I got worried, like, well, I don't know what effect it's going to have on me. And also when I looked at like the shit that can happen with it, it seems like it's pretty serious. Like the side effects for all three of these are fucking scary. They gave me 3 medicines. So for the acid, they gave me omeprazole once per day in the morning before breakfast. I know, but they give you those sheets and they say it says like, read this. You need to know. Yeah, this is heartburn medicine. I've got the ivermectin of acid control. It's very good. Do you think I should just take it now? So I'm so afraid because it's like these are capsules, and whenever I take a capsule, I always have a really strong acid reaction, which is the opposite of what this is supposed to do for me, but I think I'll wait until the morning. Unless I have like a really bad episode tonight. Yeah. Well, I did have that bowl of rice about. It says to take it with food. Yeah. I had a bowl of rice like an hour and a half ago or 2 hours ago. That's probably too long ago. Then the other one is, this one's 4 times a day, and it's dicyclamine. I believe this is an IBS medication. We got a lot of people here who take pills. It takes a couple of days to kick in. Oh, okay. And then there's one more that is like, I think this is essentially emergency use. It's in a funny, like, fat prescription bottle. I didn't know that there were ones like this. And it's individually packaged things. They're tablets that I have to dissolve in my mouth. And they're just as needed for nausea or vomiting. So I guess these are for if I have another one of those episodes where I'm really fucking feeling bad. I take one of these and hope for the best. And it's called Ondansetron. It sounds like a fucking like sequel to Tron, but about dancing. Ondansetron. Oh, you take this? Is it good? Oh, good. Good to know. Oh, okay. Well, then that's got to be pretty heavy duty. They only gave me 6 of those. Honey, thank you for the raid. Sorry, I didn't notice it until this very second. We're talking meds. Holy shit, you have to let 4 months pass. You see, that's why when I read the info on this drug, it was scary to me. Because everything about it is like... there's bits in there where it's like, some people die from this. I'm like, why you put this in here? I don't want to take it now. Like, it just randomly kills people. I'm sure it's really not that prevalent, but they put everything on there, and if you're not a doctor, it just doesn't... You don't really have any sense of how extreme that is. Well, so a lot of acid stuff, it seems, there's an overlap with like things that affect the heart. There's a lot of like drug interaction stuff that can affect the heart and cause you to have a heart attack. So, and then again, that combined with the knowledge in my mind of that my blood pressure's a little high lately, and I'm like, I think this is all making my blood pressure go higher. Cancer drugs you were taking for fertility. So what? Oh, wow. Has she taken 4-month breaks in between, or? Huh. Wild. Was it successful for you? Sorry, that feels weird. Never mind. You don't have to answer that. That seems like too personal. So I'm not Chloe. Okay. I just, as soon as that came out of my mouth, I felt like I was prying, like, oh my goodness, Kithron. Jeez. So you did like lifestyle changes and such. So I'm not on anything that affects serotonin, Chloe. When I did the telemed, I got two prescriptions from that, and I only took one dose of one of them. So I didn't start the antidepressants because I thought, especially based off the things that you guys said, like that shit takes 2 weeks or 3 weeks to even kick in anyway. I didn't try that yet. But I did try it was an anti-diarrheal. And that was 2 capsules, was 1 dose. And that was where I had that one night where I slept. It was the night before last. But I did have a really, really bad acid reaction to it for like half an hour. Like, I took it, I kind of nodded off for an hour, and then I had this growing pain in my stomach, and that woke me up. And then I had just, like, it was the most fire stomach. And the shakes, too. I got crazy shakes. And I was like that for a half an hour, and I was like, I think I'm dying. I am dying. But then that passed, and I slept well. So I've just been going through it, man. I've been going through it.
Play it cool.
Play it cool. Oh. I see. That's interesting, Kithron. I mean, to be honest, maybe when I do get around to trying the antidepressant, maybe that'll have an effect on my blood pressure. It's I don't know. I don't remember what that one was called. I don't have the sheet right here. But it's supposed to actually be anti-anxiety. But they seem to call all of those things just antidepressants. So, I have dangerously talked for half the stream. And I'm just hoping that I'm going to be okay for the rest. We'll see. I don't remember the name of it at all, unfortunately. None of these are ringing a bell. The last time I tried antidepressants, I didn't have a great time.
Safely transferred to your desired floor.
I had, it was...
In case of an emergency, a medical bot will be dispatched
Lexapro.
to your current location.
It was Lexapro, and it gave me really bad headaches.
A service bot will be
Pretty
dispatched
consistently.
immediately.
And I was like,
Attention.
well, now I'm depressed because I have headaches.
Please mind the gap between the elevator and floor
So-
platform.
I kind of gave up.
Will help you to find yourself a place to
Okay, well now I know it wasn't the sight of the door that made me shit. Oh, whoop. Gotta lock my mouse. My mouse is escaping. This looks oddly the same in both directions.
The data's corrupt here.
Oh. So we're in that that data, that VR memory or whatever that was sent. That's pretty cool. I like that. By the way, I feel like I shit on this game a little bit heavy on the first stream that we did with it because of the writing. But I want to say a lot of things that they've been doing so far I actually do like a lot, and this has what I liked from Canarium, which was there's a certain feeling of almost like old school adventure games in this sort of crazy freeform worlds that they design. Like Canarium definitely had a bit of that, and this seems to definitely be carrying that DNA forward. So pluses and minuses so far, basically. Oh my god, that sucks, Corey. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't have it that bad. Now I feel silly for giving it up because it wasn't beating me up as hard as that. Alright, time for too many words. To increase the chances of success and to be safe while hacking in an altered state of consciousness, every meta shaman uses perception heightening substances produced from an archaic formula. I use my own recipes, perfected over time, for my oniromancy rituals, but for his shamanic hacking attempts, Carter uses something different from the rest of the team. Divershe, an elusive substance, the usage of which has stretched outside the boundaries of speculative and obscure realms of prehistory. See, that's a perfect example of like, why did you throw... You could have said, outside the boundaries of prehistory. And that would have been enough. Instead of this verbal diarrhea. The boundaries of speculative and obscure realms of prehistory. I don't even think that makes... I'm not sure it's grammatically sensible. Or whatever. The results of my extensive studies on the substance revealed that one of its main active ingredients is DMT, also known as the spirit molecule. Dramatically alters perception and consciousness, and induces a subjective feeling of transcending one's body and entering an alternate realm, and perceiving and communicating with sentient entities never recognized by the waking sensory receptors. I never used... since not every physiology can endure the effects of this extreme mixture. Carter is the only one who can use it, and we know its effects from his accounts only. According to our reference book, The Arcane Roots of Ethnobotany, it is described as one of the oldest mixtures humanity has ever known, but its roots are blurred into the recesses of history, leaving only a handful of myths circulating about it, especially those mentioning its otherworldly origins. How it started to be practiced is altogether fascinating yet frightening. It works on the deepest levels of the human psyche, making it extremely effective. Even so, there is something about it that frightens me to the core of my soul. It is hard to describe. All I can say is that it is not meant to be used by the human race in the first place. It is as if it was made for creatures with more sensory organs than humanity possesses. Among our meta-shamanic practices, Carter's ritual of transmigration is by far the most dangerous and the most horrifying, trespassing into the detrimental regions of necromancy. It is an act of possessing someone's body with sheer willpower. The performer forcefully occupies another body, submerging the subject's psyche into dormancy to control or even interrogate them, and it is only successful if you ingest that strange mixture called That is why only Carter is able to perform the ritual, because the mixture doesn't work on us except to make us incredibly sick. Regarding the nature of the ritual, there are only some vague allegations and some rare antediluvian sources. No details about it are available, though I hacked some comprehensive private libraries on the net. It is clear from what I was able to learn that this ritual is directly connected to the soul metamorphosis doctrine. What's more, Carter doesn't remember where he originally learned it. He once mentioned seeing references to it in his strange dreams. I am not fond of the idea of its usage, but I can't deny the fact that it is really effective. Oh yeah, this This has Lovecraft roots to it for sure. Sorry, just pressing all kinds of wrong keys. I mean, I feel like the text here is proving me right. Oh, there's a dang old body right there. About Lovecraft's derivative works. For some reason, Lovecraft inspires in his disciples an extreme verbal diarrhea. They can't just get to the point. They have to spend a lot of time metaphorically masturbating all over the page.
Alice? Is she really dead? I shouldn't jump to any conclusions until I finish the investigation.
She could be sleeping.
I should try contacting her. Fine. Scan Alice's body.
Subject, Alice. Condition, no pulse detected. Cause of death, heart failure due to an immense electroshock directed to her entry port. Her heart and brain are damaged. Unknown time of death.
She has no external wounds or injuries on her body.
We've taken an object.
Her entry ports are burned, but there's no indication of physical abuse. According to our log, there was a remote cyber attack targeting her brain. But our fighting plants were specifically designed to avoid such attempts. It seems it failed to do so. Her entry ports are burned.
Okay, it doesn't seem like there's anything else here. New command available.
Fine. Scan Alice's bedroom for any abnormal activity.
Infrasound. An artificial infrasound pattern has been emanating from this computer. Below standard hearing range. Pattern 6482. Open? It's odd. Confidential. Hey, what's up? What's that? Yeah. He's bored. Choo choo.
I'm having night coffee.
Oh, decaf? Okay.
Look at the fucking mess I made myself.
You are a mess.
But I've made great things today.
I'm sure you have.
I made the pans in a box.
Right?
It's lit on the inside
Nice.
with the webcam on it.
Cool. Ooh, juicy air.
Oh, thanks.
Special
Oh.
boy. He was basically eating your hair there.
Yes, yes, he was. Hi, baby boys.
Hey, buddy. Oh, sneeze. Bless.
I just came to get Kringer.
Okay. What's she doing? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Oh, thank you. You want to chase after her? Yeah, thank you for the kiss. Go on, buddy. Live your life. I'll always remember you. He is the best. He is absolutely the best. Okay. Confidential. The time for our last mission has arrived, and all the preparations are done. We are going to take back what was stolen from us. Run is at the highest difficulty and needs the cooperation of the whole team. Distribution of duty is as follows. Alice, remote hacking. She will coordinate the operation. Carter, on site. He will access the biolab section to retrieve the OUSIA. The WISA? OUSA? Accolade, on site. He will hack and access the main network terminal to open a port directly into the mainframe computer. Wilcox, on site. He'll use human proxies to gain access to the forbidden sectors. Last night I tried an invocation ritual whilst I was under the influence of a modified Onirigen mixture. The modification was suggested by Carter as he is more adept than me when it comes to herbs and mixtures.
I'm gonna go eat a ton of cookies.
Okay. I'll be jealous of the thing that I can no longer do and maybe never again.
You don't even like ginger snaps.
You don't know that.
They're not your favorite cookie.
I can't have anything anymore. That's where I'm at.
For now.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you don't have gout.
Yeah. That's true.
At least you don't have ovaries.
That's true, yes.
It could be worse.
Yeah. Good's Day is definitely made me feel some perspective.
Oh, I didn't even read that part.
Yeah, there's more. I'd have to break my mouse free from the game to show
That's
you,
fine.
but definitely
I can go read it. I'm pretty sure I'm in that.
it's a whole ass adventure.
Okay, I'm sure. He usually is good.
Yep.
He has the worst luck from anyone on the planet.
Yep.
Oh, alrighty.
Bye-bye. After the usual alien impressions my body has always been experiencing, I found myself in a completely dark void. I tried to shout out loud, but it seemed like the waves produced by my voice were eaten and lost in the dense darkness that appeared to stretch into infinity. After a while, I noticed that the place was not purely empty at all. I started, with fear, to notice some glowing cephalopod creatures dancing and gliding in the air, and oh God, what a grotesque sight made me tremble and fall down. Such a grotesque sight. Only then could I recognize that I was standing on the surface of a deep and dark body of water. I don't know how far, but somehow it felt like it was immeasurably deep, with masses of inconceivable secrets hiding down below. After my initial shock left, replaced by sheer wonder, I was able to see a tower of light far in the distance, faintly glowing amidst the dim environment. I started to walk towards it, and when I got closer, I heard a sound coming from within that tower of light, calling my name and telling me to come closer. Even though the voice was tender and human, it made me panic, and I fled with all my might, until I fell down onto the watery surface once more. This marked the end of my horrifying experience. Normally hearing a voice under the influence of such powerful Onirigens... I think they typoed it as well. It was Onirigens before. That I ingest during my rituals is not something usual, but this was the first time I came across something that pronounced my name. But even worse, Akale also tried the same ritual, and he had the exact same experience. Something is not right. I need to investigate this further. I keep hitting escape.
That's strange. I don't remember anything about this radical operation.
Huh. File ID 105, data terminal manual access screens. Security nodes update according to predetermined protocols. Dude, this whole game is really very 90s. Four directional movement is allowed. Left, right, up, and down. Security nodes are marked as yellow. Port access nodes are marked as green. Okay. In case of an unintended activation of the security systems, operators are given clues in case they have difficulty remembering the signed password. This is silly in a great way. Run info confidential. Employer. The time for our last mission has arrived. All the preparations are complete. We're going to take back what was stolen from us. This one's tougher. Actually, I'm not really seeing a way past that. Yeah, I don't know how to get past that one. File ID 2218 by Shadow Lady. Subject, exactly my thought. This city is nothing but a theatrical stage where an inhuman puppet master pulls the strings of fate according to its own arbitrary agenda. I don't think that this file over here can be got without triggering the security systems. I don't see how you could do it. Am I missing something? Should I just trigger it? Yeah, I don't know why there's a question mark for that particular bomb and that other one. Oh. File ID 2326 by Nihilist Fool. Subject: proof of grotesque remnants of inhumane experiments can be explicitly seen in the slums of this rotting city. There is something brooding down there which is not human. Notes: I think something needs to be done, people. We must take action or else prepare ourselves for a bitter end. File ID XXX. Subject: about the holographer disk. Notes: Carter, I am going to leave the disk at your place personally as an encrypted parcel. I haven't had enough time to examine it. You need to see what it contains for yourself. This is the passcode. 59714. Get that parcel and stay out of the grid. Lay low and be careful. This is weird that I can go out here, right? Oh. That was obviously not going to work. Shit. Oh, I get another shot. That's good. File ID, apparently 111, but in the file itself it says unknown. Subject: recently I have started having a recurring nightmare which always starts with me inside a pitch black void. I can feel feeble intergalactic vibrations trying to read my mind as if it is a language that only works on the theory of undulation. There comes the ideation stage whereby I start converting these vibrations into images. Then something takes shape before me as a colossal eye. A blood-red monstrosity without a face. A cacodemon. Well, those have faces. I feel its gaze piercing through my mind, looking deep down into the core of my soul. Without fail, the dreams end here abruptly, giving me no clue as to what this thing is trying to tell me.
Dear Odin team members, if you're listening to this message, then it means I'm no longer alive. I'll get straight to the point. There's a lurking danger out there, and it is hunting us down. All of you should already have noticed that it is hard to remember recent memories. Something has been used on us during our latest run to the Kepler Corporation. Despite all the technological devices we have, it seems they were able to trace us down. I have barely escaped their hacking attempts, but I know it is just a matter of time. Try to keep yourself off the grid, and be safe. Alice.
Huh.
What is this? A backdoor connection to an external file?
Oh, was it a cover? Is this all fake? Maybe she faked her death to get away from the hackers. What was that number? 6482. I think she faked her death. I also really like this spy detection thing, whatever it is. And I can't get over how exactly this captures the 90s idea. It's like 90s futurism, you know, of this sort of cyberpunk dystopia internet nightmare.
No, fight, cancel this operation.
Carter,
Like,
where exactly are you?
I'm in the elevator at the 26th floor, moving rapidly to the upper levels.
Great. I've just created an artificial distortion at Sector 72, so floor 42 should be quiet right now. You need to find the biolab number 4. I've provided you with the correct security clearance for that laboratory.
Okay. Alice, wish me luck.
Like, this to me kind of feels like it's probably more closer to cyberpunk in a genuine way than Cyberpunk 2077 was, most likely. Because that looked... I haven't played that still. Because it didn't sound like it ever got better. It sounded like it stayed a shit show forever. But everything I saw from it, it looked like it was kind of a utopian take on the future. Satan?
Your mind is giving you away, Mr. Carter.
Intrusion detected. The biolab section is under lockdown. Please stay calm until further notice.
Carter, what happened? Your adrenaline levels have been fluctuating abruptly.
I've just seen someone.
That's impossible. I'd have detected it otherwise. Maybe a neural hacking attempt?
No. At least none that I know of. Never mind. Let's move on.
Damn. Listen, there's a trap in the security system and it's somehow detected you, Carter. Let's see. Come on. Okay. I managed to bypass the security check for the time being. I cannot stop it from here. Look for a way to reach.
Is
a
it
nearby
pretty
security
dystopian?
terminal.
I haven't played it, so all my impressions are from what tiny snippets I've seen. Oh,
Fine. Scan for nearby security terminals.
that's cool. This is like fucking... What did we play?
I'm trying
What was
my
that game
best.
called? With
Carter,
the tapes?
please hurry.
In Sound Mind. What's this shit? What is that? Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, I guess I gotta follow the cables, huh? This is wild. Ah. Here we go. Time to hack. Oh, that time limit's still going too. Okay. Yeah, this is normal stuff. Oh, there's something hunting me. There's multiple somethings
4
hunting
minutes
me.
left.
Okay, I need to fucking make haste. Oh shit. Oh, there's the hunter. Okay. Even though I'm one of the veteran genealogists of the Kepler Corporation Medical Division, I don't have access to all the data, particularly those related to... Oh, I'm still being hunted. Do not have time to read. Hopefully that goes in my journal, and I can check it out later. Where's my next objective? Down here. This is kind of intense. Like at first, when I first saw this, it seemed maybe kind of silly, but now that there's a time limit and stuff, like this feels a lot more intense. Oh god, alright, well here's hoping. Oh, I did it. Okay. Alright, let's go. Gotta hurry up.
3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Got the file. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Shit. God, I don't have time for this. Yes. Come on. Give me an S. Oh! Balls. Alright. It's okay. An intruder is detected in the biolab section. A 5-minute alert status was engaged. System is now waiting for an identity to conclude. Disable alarm status.
The alert status returned to normal operation. Lockdown was removed. Thank you for your cooperation.
It does. This keeps making me... Yeah, I know... it's Unix. I know this. With the file system. Which I love to remind people it was actually a real file system that you could use on a Unix system. A real file browser UI. Not that you would probably really want to use it. It's also making me think a lot of like Lawnmower Man. Lawnmower Man had a very...
The thing we're looking for is in there.
Cyberpunk dystopia future thing going on. No dice. The controls for that are so weird. It just flops around so much. What do you want? Do I need to go right, left, up, down? So weird. It's the only one that's not overgrown. I just push my mouse up and it's not... Like, I don't get why it doesn't do it the first time. It's so weird. Is that a Gundam down there? What am I looking at? Oh, it's someone sitting... Oh, is this that guy from the opening? Whoa, dude. What is going on here? Classified document 25-7. Subject, Project Aperion Soma. Fusing with special biological samples with the mechanical parts was unsuccessful for the first 3 experiments, due to the mostly unknown nature of reproduced cell structures. But with the help of the data we gathered from these experiments, we managed to alter and adapt the reproduction at a cellular level. The sample is now growing the body parts slowly but steadily. All systems are in sync and neural activity is at its highest level. Classified document 25-8. Subject, Project Aperion Soma. Can we just talk about how Soma is really a good game? The central processing unit is too complex to be maintained and adjusted even with our most powerful computers. It was designed as instructed by the transgalactic minds of one of the members of the venerable Elder Race. Initial tests have begun on a specialized android while the original host body is developing strongly. Classified document 25-9. Subject, Project Aperion Soma. The biological frame of the Aperion Soma is a source of wonder, as well as terror, for some of the scientists. Its alien features are overshadowed by the parts with a grotesque human resemblance. Even though it is kept in the restricted access area, security levels were heightened to the max, which means that not even a mention of it is allowed outside of the premises. We're getting in there.
I finally found it. I better get out of here before I get caught.
We're just gonna unplug that.
You must remember this.
Entering wake-up sequence. Beep 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 bop boop boop beep bop boop 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 beep. Oh. Oh shit.
I've slipped into the subconscious while investigating the file. It seemed like it was my own memories, recorded by Alice. But I can't recall experiencing those moments. I'm not quite sure what, but there's something odd going on here. I better call Alice and find out more. Fi, call Alice.
She's dead, dude.
It's urgent. Call me back when you're free.
I think anyway. It's really unclear whether she's dead or not. Location marked in investigation mode. Press space to view. Oh. It's the package outside. Oh. Huh. So it's like a holophile viewer? It wasn't on before when we were exploring the apartment. You have received an encrypted package. You need to enter the required passcode to receive it. it's a 5-digit. 59714. Just opening this out in the open here. Couldn't this close at any moment?
A holographer disc. I better check it out.
This is a disc? Cool. Carter, you were right. The thing we debated over and over is at last confirmed for me. The lurking threat out there we talked about, the soulless monstrosity, I know that it's real, and I feel like I'm being watched more than before. The holographer module and the following names of the stars are all I could send with this parcel. But with these, I believe you can find your way through and learn more about the things that lie behind the backdrop of this pandemonium. Aldebaran, Deneb, Sirius. Okay. Time to go to the holodeck. I like how the light is shining directly on that, like, this is the next thing. Oh shit, it's the fucking Death Star, dude. Show me where to put the missiles. The torpedoes, sorry.
The disc has only a star map. I don't know what I should do with it. I better search her apartment again for more clues. I'd better prepare the perception heightening mixture first to revisit Alice's RCE.
Okay. Prepare the perception heightening mixture. Even though this perception heightening mixture causes a little bit of a headache after using it, it's what I need to be able to fully focus on the examination of the data. First, I need to mix ill leaves with cinnamon and saffron, then adding water and Ren oil to the mixture would do the trick. Oh. Please insert the tube. And then a bit of water and Ren oil, right?
Even from the smell of it, I can tell that's perfect.
I forgot what this dude looks like. Woof. Is this really an improvement? What an effect. Yeesh.
Fine. Load the latest file I received from Alice. I should check around carefully one more time. Alice probably left more clues for us to find here. Fine. Initiate a heuristic scan. What is this? A link?
Like a hyperlink? Are we going hyper in the link space right now?
It seems this device only accepts Alice's fingerprints. It seems this device only accepts Alice's fingerprints.
Well, better get a steak knife.
All right, I'll scan and copy her fingerprints.
Lord. What the hell's this? Huh. Oh, balls.
I think Alice hid important information in this secret file. It's probably linked to the star map she sent me. I better check the compatibility
Yeah,
of this file
definitely
with the
BFA.
map.
It was very
Fine,
annoying trying to grab
disconnect
them and move them. Okay.
Fine. Scan environment for any abnormal activity.
Carter, just listen to me. All of us are in grave danger. We must meet at the usual secure place. I'll just be around at the Jovian sunset. Be sure to come. I have to talk to you as soon as possible.
He sounded urgent. I better go and meet him first. Maybe he knows something about why Alice wanted me to see that memory module.
Okay. I'm starting to feel like there's a plot to follow here. More so than before.
A digital neural study we've been developing together with Akeley for some time. It still has some problems to be addressed.
Oh, back into the Matrix? Okay. It does seem like it's a trap.
Fine. Connect to Jovian Sunset using security level 3.
Well.
Fine. Scan environment for any abnormal activity.
Fuck. Oh, now there's digital homeless. Great. People can't even have homes in virtual reality. An anonymous cyber terrorist. This is not a useful way to spread news. Team to break into a Solrin technology multinational research lab. This is nonsensical. That's like, yeah, that's developed by a news corporation that really hates you. Let's make it rotate around a pole and they have to fucking stand there and read it line by line or chase it around like fucking idiots. That'll show them.
You've come at last. Carter, we are screwed. Our lives are in grave danger.
Calm down. What's going on?
Alice and Akeley are dead. And I'm sure we're not too far behind.
What are you talking about?
Look, I'll just get to the point. Do you remember anything about our involvement with the Kepra Medical Corporation?
What involvement?
Of course you don't remember. Listen, you know the drill. Alice was responsible for recording our memories, in case something happens during a hacking session. She was hooked up to the central server, and if our heart stopped beating, all these memories are sent to the rest of the members of Odin. Yesterday I got my own memory recording from her, embedded into the file she sent.
Different questions. I think I missed a line of questioning there. Because there was one where he said, this place is more crowded than usual. Why? There is a crew of dudes standing behind him that seem suspicious to me.
I just got the same data, but I don't remember any of this. Why?
According to the rumors, they could remotely delete or replace memories of anyone they want. Maybe it's true. They used it on us during the hacking session like guinea pigs. I can't remember anything about it myself.
Why do you think Akeley's also dead?
I'm not sure. I tried to contact him several times on different channels, but it was useless. What else could I think?
Who do you think is after us then?
The place we hacked in our last run. The Kepra Medical Corporation. I'm not sure myself, but there are some rumors going around lately about a technology developed by them called memory seeding. I know this all happened because of that cursed rite of transmigration of yours. I told you to stop using it.
What do you mean? It was all because of the rite of transmigration?
It's not natural. Your talent for it is not natural. You can't even remember where you learned about it. From that mysterious guide in your dreams. Come on, man. It's bullshit. They could track us down because of it. Oh no! I sense someone is listening to this conversation. It's him, I'm sure. You need to find your answers on your own. Don't call me ever again.
You
Heed
called
my
me.
words, Carter. Lay low for some time, and don't use that right again.
Your mind is giving you away, Mr. Carter.
Focus, Carter. You must focus. Don't lose your grip.
Oh, we're back in Assassin's Creed. This is getting interesting. Epiphany. Okay, so now we're back in the hellscape. This is very bizarre. Those are definitely eggs. I will say that this dev is still one of the few that's doing explorations of Lovecraftian stuff that I can actually tolerate. Because it's actually interesting. As opposed to just stupid. Yeah, the writing unfortunately suffers, but
You are on a planet known as Rymra, revolving around Deneb in the constellation you know as Cygnus. This is a hall of records built by the race Zur-Atash. They made this place to keep the knowledge of the spheres alive, even replenished it until they faced an unnatural extinction.
So why am I here?
Go to the record room and register your DNA into this ancient library. Only then will you see what lies beyond.
this is like a fucking, like, enter your email address. Huh. Okay, this has a little investigation icon, but clicking on it does nothing. Maybe that's later? That also does nothing. So I must have to register my DNA first. That's what we look like right now. Lord Ternix, thank you for that gift sub. A figure depicted in robes with tentacles coming out of his face. It seems it is made out of a deep blue metamorphic rock furnished with golden reliefs. Yeah. Ah. The cosmic fishing pole. I guess it's a lever that I have to put in the sphere grid so I can choose my abilities and level up. I don't like that doesn't line up.
The sphere is showing the planet Earth.
Okay, so now I have that. So I go here now, maybe? Put it in here. Oh, cool. Crazy. A portal.
There is a crystalline object just ahead that is made out of a substance your kind is not supposed to know of. Some great minds on your planet grasped it as only an idea with meditation and named this substance Oozia.
Oozia?
But they did not know that before humanity, a race known as the Great Old Ones had used this substance in the creation of organic life forms on the planet Earth. Touch it to see what fate has in store for your kind.
The Legend of the Oozia.
You are transient beings, living on a placid island of ignorance, adrift upon the dark sea of infinity. This will be your grand finale. Now, open your hand. From this point on, you'll enter into dangerous fields. This will protect you from your next destination. Proceed further and meet me in front of the gates of Tehom.
This, the voice actor for this Sphere guy is giving me, Homeworld vibes. Huh. Huh. Actually physically has it.
Did I
That's
just
weird.
bring this object from dreaming into waking life? I'm losing my mind.
Does this let us read the star chart somehow? Congratulations, you found a collectible. Well, good. I will... Oh, I didn't realize there were these stats up there. I found 3 out of 10 collectibles. I've examined 2 out of 7 objects. I found 1 out of 13 story documents. And then there's actually a time to beat. Alice's puzzle. I'll be right back. Not like yesterday. I'm actually going to come back this time. Hello, I have returned. I drink the wild. Updated, eh? Ah. This is a really inconvenient way to browse a star map, let me just say. Upside down ass map. Aldebaran, Deneb, Sirius. Where the fuck is Aldebaran? It's Deneb. Aldebaran, 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 Aldebaran. Serious.
I'm curious where this link could lead me.
Alright. Back to the chair.
Fine. Connect to the latest link. The fuck? So, Alice wants me to see something here. I better investigate. Looks like there are problems with the data integrity of the Cyber Enclave file.
Huh. Five people were connected to this data previously, huh? Did we just step into that one anime? Is that what this is?
This shelf contains books related to the occult. This shelf contains books related to science. This shelf contains books related to science. This shelf contains books of Gothic literature. This shelf contains books written in languages alien to me. I'm not sure what they're about. This shelf contains books of Gothic literature.
Huh. Huh.
Fine. Scan environment for any abnormal activity.
This whole place is abnormal activity. Oh, so there's just some people chilling in these. Okay. These look like coffins down here.
You are testing our patience, Superior. It is forbidden to override your administrative privileges over the city's rules and regulations. It is the sole purpose of your existence, to do your job.
Founders. I have been contemplating the reason for my existence for a long time. But my conclusions are not aligned with your choice. When I get what is mine, the superior being will be created as was planned. And it will be me, not one from your kind.
You are not going to have such a privilege, Superior. Whenever we see fit, we can set new rules into motion, including your execution.
Do not threaten me, Founders. This city has no secondary source of control other than those strange crystals of yours, which pose no solution to your problem. You might be the alpha of this grand project, but I will be the omega.
Infinity crystals are damaged beyond repair, and Superior knows nothing. This city was built to last. The Project Providence will go on, whether it is in our favor or not.
So this is what Alice wanted me to see. Honestly, I'm more confused than I was before. Fine, disconnect me.
Get me out of here, Fi. This shit was stupid.
What the hell is this place? Where am I?
I'm not in hell because I don't have my hell body. I mean, it looks pretty hellish. is definitely a virtual sewer.
Hey, Clint! Is that you? Fine. Scan environment for any abnormal activity.
This happened before with Alice. Virtual domain has been hacked. Unable to disconnect.
This is Akeley's apartment hallway. Why did I end up here? Were my implants hacked?
Jeez, why does Akeley live here? Just apartment shopping, see this place, like, yeah, you know, I'm into it.
Fine. Scan environment for any abnormal activity.
I guess you do have some foliage, which is nice, right? That person's alive.
Is obvious with pictures in the brain, from which there is no distinction between those born of real things and those born of inward dreamings, and no cause to elude the one above the other. Life is obvious with pictures in the brain.
Ran out of Phi. Why does my Phi run out so fast here?
So he was a human proxy, controlled remotely by someone. Let's see what I can learn from him.
Okay.
There is hearsay about someone or something called a Pyrion roaming free out on the net. It is said that it can reach every nook and cranny without any constraints. For some, it can even enter your mind and your dreams without a connection. There is even a secret underground group who regards it as a god. I'm sure it is directly connected to Kefra Corporation. Curse the day we embarked our last mission.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you up over here? Whoa, 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 whoa.
After all these sleepless nights, I found something unbelievable. Blueprints showing other cities connected to and owned by complex underground networks. Even though it sounds crazy, it is perfectly reasonable and aligns well with the other historical narratives of this city. All this time, we thought that only our city protected itself against the merciless time. It resists the seductions of eternity that would erase us in an instant from the grand picture of cosmic scorn. But now, I strongly believe that this damned city is nothing but a lie. That's right, the soul structures, the environment, the matrix, the city of sin is a damn lie. I have to get away from here, out of this city, or else Aperion is going to reach me and kill me as it did Alice. I will stay out of the grid for a while and try to shake off the tail. After that, I will try to find the tram station.
Maybe he's still alive?
Yesterday, in a dream, I saw Aperion. Out of the inconceivable twilight, it loomed like a glad of cold blue flame, twitching in the fog. Everything is cloudy now, but I distinctly remember the sensation I felt from talking to it with the 5 feeble senses I pretend to comprehend. Like a trembling voice, it buzzed and screeched out of the immense dimness into the unsettled brightness. His final manifestation marked the end of this hideous dream. Oh God, what a wicked shape it had.
It's almost dinner time. It's almost dinner time. Give me just a minute, okay, buddy? And we will go get you some food. I promise. Just a wee bit longer. Oh, did it again.
Strange depiction of Magnum Inamanandum, an incorporeal reality warping elder god.
Right. Uh-huh. Well, that's all the same symbols. But that doesn't really tell me what order. Need more information. Oh.
This is definitely one of Akeley's game projects. He might have hidden some information in it, just like Alice did.
During a stormy night, Dr. Willett received an ominous call from one of his patients, Mr. Ward. The voice on the phone told him about the drastic changes in the behavior and physiological attributes of his son, Charles, and how he has locked himself up in the study of their house far away in the country. Thus Mr. Ward beseeched the doctor for his help, for he knows Charles well, and the boy trusts him. Dr. Willett wanted to lose no time and took the road to Ward's house, situated in the silent countryside. As he approached the place, he noticed strange-colored smoke rising from the chimney, and this made him even more uneasy. When the doctor entered the building from the half-opened front door, he was sure that things were not as they should be. The interior smelled as if there was something rotten in the house. Then, suddenly, a strange shriek was heard coming from the upstairs. Dr. Willett climbed the creaking wooden steps in a rush and reached the room upstairs. There he saw the lifeless body of Charles lying on the wooden floor, soaked in blood. Dr. Willett let out a shout of agony, then trembled in fear as his scream received an inhuman response from below. It was too late. Charles is gone. I can feel that the evil is still somewhere in the mansion. The telescope is pointing left to the constellation of Ursa Minor, specifically to the Polaris. Yeah, this is much more alone in the dark. It's extremely alone in the dark. This text is filled with astrological subjects and diagrams, but some numbers appear to have been written over and over again. There's a list. Fomalhaut, 5965, Aldebaran 8145, Danube 4985, Polaris 1485. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I would have played this. This would have been cool. You got gun. I feel like they haven't told me how to switch my weapons, so... Oh, fuck. I don't know how to access that inventory up there. No, that was a while ago. I don't think that would be for this. This would be something totally new. The number keys don't seem to work for the inventory, nor does my mouse wheel, nor does right-clicking. Oh, right, yeah. Gotta always check 0451. Nope. I think every time I kill one of them, it spawns another one somewhere else. Nah, Q and E doesn't do it. I don't think any key does it. Spacebar. Okay, well it's one of these, right? Hey! I found an old rusty key. Okay. Not that door. To this door. Cool. It looks like recently someone has performed a ritual here. Oh. Oops. I've found a secret passageway leading into the bowels of this wretched mansion. For just a moment within this blinding darkness, in the corner of my eye, I glimpse a sudden radiance, something looming within the radius of my sight. Essential saltes. To be honest, this is a cool and stylish little experience. Silly though it may be, I think it's cool. So we got some cells here. I like this foggy little room. Oops. Drop them undead. This is the achievement I got. Slice for the win. Achievement again. There is a disturbing poem on a yellowed page inside the worm-eaten chest, which lazily reads. It needed one more adjective. Moving through dim recesses of time and space, behold the advent of Magnum Ignominium. The left foot of chaos. So left foot is first. Degrades into the third dimension, and the left shoulder of turbulence enters. The left hand of dismay, so foot, shoulder, hand. Left hand dismay materializes into corporeality. Then the right foot of turmoil follows the right shoulder of confusion. The final waving of his right hand, so it's foot, shoulder, hand, foot, shoulder, hand. Knees and toes, knees and toes. We have done it. We have done it. So it says it's his left, right?
Wow, that was intense. I think the strange poem I found in the chest is an encrypted message from Akeley.
You think? Okay, so left. Okay, I need to think of names for these things. I'm gonna say this. I don't know, this doesn't really look like anything. It's two E's, butt to butt. Crazy P. A fish with one long tail. So two E's, Crazy P, Crazy Fish, and then Just a mess. I don't even know. Pie. Kind of looks like pie a little bit. Like very distantly. And then Bob Ross Mountain with stuff in the foreground. Okay, let's see if I can recall that now. So this, 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 and then this, 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 and then that. Wait, this just rotates it. Ah, fuck. It mattered what position. The left foot of chaos degrades into the third dimension, and the left shoulder of turbulence enters. The left hand of dismay materializes. The right of turbulence follows the right shoulder of confusion. The final waving of the right hand of supremacy marks on all. Why does it rotate? What good is that? Do I have to? I had to rotate it to where they all look right. It does match the picture now. Ah, hell. That's what I'm doing. This is his left foot, left shoulder, left hand, right foot, right shoulder, right hand. Right? Left foot degrades in the third dimension. The left shoulder of turbulence enters. The left hand of dismay materializes into corporeal reality. So left foot, left shoulder, left hand. Then the right foot of turmoil follows the right shoulder. Maybe that's saying they did this to us before. So maybe it's right shoulder, right foot, right hand. Just to fuck with us. So it's actually... It is. You fucks. You fucking fucks. You fucking fucks. Well, I can't read that. It's fucking tiny and I can't zoom in. Okay, so we've got a little readable disc. Oh. Akeley, unconscious. Loss of consciousness due to heart rhythm problems. Low blood pressure and problems with heart's rhythm. Try starting the health support of the cryotherapy chamber. Most internal organs are fatally compromised. Cardiac arrest is imminent. He's bleeding in there? We killed him.
He's dead. I'm sure he knew something. Why else would he be murdered? I should conduct the ritual of transmigration immediately and talk to him before it's too late. Fine, disconnect me.
Oh, cool.
Be no more soon.
Thanks, Pandora.
I should perform the ritual of transmigration downstairs immediately.
Well, we are not going to do that because we are going to call it a night. But it's been interesting. I feel like we've got a little bit more out of it this time. Like, I'm kind of starting to get a sense of what the story is about, which is really good for a game that has any connection to anything Lovecraft. A lot of there's definitely a lot of problems with Lovecraft games and being completely fucking inscrutable. And this is not quite that. Like, I'm detecting a definitely discernible story here. But yeah, we made it. We made it through the stream. Hooray. Thank you all for watching. I don't know exactly what's happening tomorrow. I don't think Two Bananas is happening because Good is... I don't know what he's going to be doing now after everything that's happened. Hopefully he gets everything figured out. So I'll probably just be doing whatever. Maybe more of this. We'll see. Depends on what I'm feeling like. So until then, thank you all, and I'll see you next time.